Ну, вроде идет. Всем привет и добро пожаловать на шоу. Меня зовут Сергей, и сегодня мы начинаем прохождение Kingdom Come Deliverance. Надеюсь, что все пройдет хорошо, потому как первое начало не вышло не очень. Меня игра почему-то решила не начинать стрим. Это было странно. Так. А я же... блин, я же еще не... Да. Сохранение было не на этом. В общем, игра... Пока не знаю о чем. Но, думаю, будет интересно.
I'll be with you.
I'm with you, Henry.
How are you?
Father sent me. We're forging a sword for Sir Radzig, and the Chamberlain has the crossguard and pommel. Father had them engraved in Sasau.
Right. They're here. The Chamberlain gave them to us for you. We looked them over. Beautiful work. I've never seen anything so fine.
I can't wait to see the sword. Just make sure you don't botch it.
When did I ever botch anything?
Where should we
Действительно.
start?
Shut up and give me what I want, or I'll kick your ass this evening.
Right away, your lordship.
Magnificent. Shame I can't keep the sword for myself. Well, I better go if we're to get the job done by this evening.
Godspeed. See you later in the tavern.
You certainly will. After today's work, the ale might even be on me.
Супер. Так, что у нас еще? Пойдем возьмем урок боя на мечах. Думаю, это будет нормально.
How goes trade?
Well.
Hey, Pip, do you want to learn something?
No, I don't think so. Thanks.
Suit yourself. Have you
Ванек.
recovered from yesterday's great wound?
That was nothing. Except Mother noticed and had a word or two to say about it.
No mother's happy when her son starts to take an interest in swords. Where there's weapons, there's death. The question is, what do you want?
I don't want to rot in this hole forever. I feel like I don't belong here. I want to live and see the world. The world's a dangerous place and I need to know how to protect myself.
Spoken like a man. And as it happens, today's your last chance. I have to leave. So, are you ready to get stuck in?
Yes?
All right, I'll wait on the ground by the sheepfold as usual.
Ну давай. Ванек. Как это там правильно? Вехтмейстер. Ванек. Ну, что сказать, кстати, локация вполне себе опрятная. Мне нравится. Так. Квадрат — это прыг. Треугольник — это свист. Давай, иди на ресталище.
So, Can we get started?
Да.
Good. And since today's the last time we'll be seeing each other, you can show me everything I've taught you so far.
А чему ты меня учил?
Very well. Let's start with the basics. Keep moving. Your life depends on it. All right. Now try to hit me. You have to put your weight into your attack. If you just fiddle around, you'll get nowhere. Try slashing from different sides. Unpredictability is the key. Never repeat yourself. Good. Fine. Good. Once again. Fine. Fine.
Отлично.
The point of the blade is for stabbing. Try it a few times. Nice. Good. Nice. Good. Let's try something else. One strike I can fend off without a sweat. But if you chain your strikes, I'll have a much harder time. As soon as you land one blow, follow it with another.
Так.
Now you're getting it. All right.
Так.
Good. Once again.
Хорошо.
All right. That's enough. I don't know about you, but I'm tired and thirsty. Remember though, train hard. No one becomes a master swordsman overnight. You have to work and work. And the main thing is to use what you've learned in real combat. There's nothing better than experience, believe me.
Хорошо. Теперь нам нужно взять долг с этого кузнеца.
God be with you, Kunesh.
Кунеш.
What do you want?
My father sent me to get the coin you owe him for the axe, hammer, and nails.
I've got nothing. Clear off.
I knew you'd be trouble. Father says if you don't pay up, he'll come here himself and hammer those nails into your hairy arse.
I'd like to see him try.
Да-да-да, он такое говорил.
You bastard, or your old man will be pulling those nails out of you.
Так. Ваши деньги, сумма, которую должен заплатить. Общий уровень. Красноречие, обаяние и силы. Уменяем стражника, например. Окей.
I must have misheard you. It sounded like you just told me to clear off. But you wouldn't be stupid enough to think you can steal, not pay your debts, and then try to scare me. Would you?
You son of a whore. How dare you speak to me like that? Didn't your thieving father teach you any manners? No? Well, I'll teach you then.
Ну давай. Хук. Схватить цель. R3. Чё? Нихуя.
Sod it! Come on, you shit!
Давай.
Oh dear, did that hurt?
Главное, стражнику не въебать. Ну, ему вообще похуй.
Here. I'm over here.
Да какого... Ты чё, охуел? Пидорас.
Jesus Christ!
О, наконец-то.
Enough! Enough! I give up. Take what you want. It's not much, but it's all I have. You understand?
Вот его дом. Так, кстати, я в прошлый раз пытался провести этот бой, и я проиграл. Вот так вот.
God save you, Henry. Good health to you.
Ну тебе. Во. Теперь, подожди. Продать. Гвозди кунеша. Молоток кунеша. И топор кунеша. Угу. Ты получишь 5,4. Например, 10. Ага, все, окей. И... Ну. Так, вкладки. Окей. Проверить корзину. Торговаться.
Can we do something about the price?
Aye?
А, в смысле? А, это не... Ну...
Is this enough?
I'd almost shake on that. Almost.
Ты охуел?
Oh, that's a decent price.
Поторговался.
Come on up and take a look. I've got
everything you need, day or night, at home or at work.
Ой, я не туда захожу.
Thread, long and strong, to sue up.
You can't be serious, Dutch. Insulting our king.
What insult? I say only the truth. Sigismund has done only what he had to.
He had to abduct the king. He had to lure his cousin Prokop into a trap and imprison him. He had to invade with his army of Tartars and besiege Kuttenberg.
Why not? What is this Wenceslas for a king? The empire is falling asunder in his hands. The German counts elected Ruprecht of the Palatinate as king because your Wenceslas would not go to their deeds even.
German counts. Traitor.
Now even the Pope
God be with
is
you,
opposed
Henry.
to your king.
I'm with you, Matthew.
So touch
What's going on here?
wasn't there?
Deutsch is spouting shit.
What?
Just listen and you'll hear for yourself.
Someone has to bring order and reunite the empire.
What do I care about the Austrians? And nowadays, not even the devil himself can keep up with all the popes. Which is the rightful pope? The one in Rome or the one in Avignon?
Do not blaspheme, Alex.
It's true, though. Wenceslas is the king of Bohemia. Bohemian nobles are on his side. To hell with Rosenberg and his cabal. Sir Radzig is Wenceslas' commander-in-chief. He stayed loyal to the king. And if he heard you talking like this, he would have you whipped like a dog.
Your deal will soon have nothing left to rule. Jobst had to sell Luxembourg to help your king. South Bohemia is with Sigismund
And don't forget about Kuttenberg, where Germans like you kissed Sigismund's feet to keep their heads.
Yes, but
Goodman Deutsch, this is pointless. Let us talk of more pleasant things.
My words exactly.
Deutsch has gone too far. Wenceslas is our rightful king.
Deutsch is an idiot. But what can you do?
I might have an idea. Deutsch deserves to be taught a lesson. Doesn't he, Fritz?
Too right, Matthew. Should give him a proper hiding.
Are you mad? Do you want to end up in the pillory?
Don't listen to Fritz. I've got a better idea. Deutsch was talking such shit, it made me think of that huge parliament. You know, the one right next to his freshly whitewashed house.
You think we should redecorate for him? Count me in.
Well, I'd rather torch it, to be honest. But throwing some turds will do.
What do you say,
Ух,
Henry?
блин. Мстители.
I was going to get ale for father and a few other things. We're finishing Sir Radzig's sword.
Come on. Throwing a few handfuls of manure is not going to take all day.
And it's our duty to defend the honor of our king.
So, how? Are you with us?
Я даже не знаю. Ну да, давай, какая разница.
Father can wait a while.
My words exactly.
I knew you wouldn't miss out on all the fun. Let's go.
Пошли. Давай я сразу возьму. Жди, я пиво же могу сразу взять? Или опять зашел не туда? Погоди. Тобиаш, Ванюк. Бланка.
So are we doing this or not?
Wait. We have to check that the coast is clear.
Why? Deutsch is in the tavern.
But maybe you noticed after all these years that he has a wife and a son.
And that's a problem?
Aye, it is. Henry, you go lure her away somehow.
Why me?
Because you're the clever one.
Yeah.
What do you want, lad?
I just went by the tavern and your husband was in there talking nonsense. I thought someone should take him home before he gets himself in trouble.
What sort of nonsense?
Well, he kept saying that Sigismund was right and King Wenceslas is a drunkard. Some people took exception, so I thought...
God almighty, the fool. Next thing he'll start on about the popes.
He might have mentioned the popes too.
Thank you for telling me. I just hope I can catch him before he gets into another fight.
Надейся. И жди. Как пелось в той песне. Давай, беги, несись быстрее ветра. Вот оно что.
What are you waiting for, soldier? Fire the trebuchet! For king and country!
For king and country, my ass. This is all good, clean, fun.
Да.
As good as having that traitor in the pillory. Nearly. Now that would be sweet.
That's for Sigismund. Woohoo! Eat shit, Dodgers.
You bastards! What the fuck do you think you're doing?
Hey, Hans, can't you see? We're decorating your house for you.
It's like your old man was saying in the tavern about that traitor Sigismund. We're just doing what we have to do.
Oh, sons! I'll make those smiles off your faces!
Давай.
I'd like to see you try. What are you doing here, Zbizek? Hanging out with this poxy Deutscher? Maybe you'd like to try out the latest German fashion.
На нахуй.
Fucker! I'll make you pay for that.
Давай. Сейчас с ними пиздиться, да, надо? Ну давай. А ты че стоишь? Нихуя у него удары. Да отпусти ты меня, блядь.
What are you doing? For God's sake! Stop right now! The catch pole is on his way!
Run, you cowards!
Huh?
God be with you, Henry.
Да. Веселая жизнь начинается. Так, мне нужно для начала вернуться в корчму. Здрасте.
God save, my lovely. You're looking well today.
You too, handsome. What brings you here?
Just ale.
What else could I expect from a village lout? What will it be then, ragamuffin?
I need ale for father.
A pitcher as usual?
Aye. Bring me a cool one from the cellar.
But of course.
Ну еще бы.
Here you are.
Thanks.
It's on me today. You can pay me back this evening.
Обязательно.
Here you go. And this evening I'll have something more for you.
Ну ты дурак.
I can't wait.
Thanks.
Ну ты...
We'll have something to look forward to this evening.
You too. Oh, by the way, that shifty-looking fellow was asking after you.
Vanya?
I suppose. He's a man who makes his own rubbing on his wayfarers. I'm sure of it.
Да с Ваньком я уже встречался.
Happy when he's gone for good. But what in heaven's name are you up to with him?
He promised to teach me how to use a sword.
What use will that be to you?
Enough. You sound just like father. I'll be going now. See you this evening.
Hal, I've got something special for you.
Is that so? Now what would that be?
Your favorite Savior Schnapps.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
An angel?
I hope
Круто.
you'll thank me properly later.
You bet I will.
Игра сохраняется. В момент важных событий, когда вы спите. Если сами сохранить игру, должны выпить спасительный шнапс. Ясно. Никаких тебе супер сохранений.
Henry, I'm glad.
Кстати, немного игра напоминает Oblivion.
We sorted that Deutsch out.
Почему-то.
That was pretty close, eh?
That old bastard didn't stand a chance.
True, but I'm worried that fucker Hans will snitch on us.
Well, let him. Then I'll snitch on him. And anyway, what can they do to us for throwing a bit of dung?
Good point. It's not as if anyone really likes the Deutsch.
Anyway, nice job at the Deutsches. Never a dull moment with you lot.
Такой смех был какой-то необычный. Ну да ладно. Осталось вернуться к отцу и отдать ему пивко, которое он просил. Надеюсь, оно не остыло. Да, отец? Держи.
About time. Have you got everything I wanted?
Конечно.
I have charcoal, the hilt, and the ale. We can start.
Good job. Let's have it then, son. Well done. Right. Let's see what kind of job the master in Sasau did for us. Look at that, lad. Well, that's what I call craftsmanship.
What does the inscription mean?
Damned if I know. Doesn't look like Czech to me. Latin, maybe? Lord Radzig ordered it. This will be the finest sword I've ever made. We got the charcoal? Good. Then fire up the forge. We'll put it all together.
Да не вопрос.
By the way, someone paid me a call. I reckon you might know what it was about.
I'm not sure.
Really? Because I'm pretty sure you and your friends threw dung at Deutsch's freshly whitewashed house. He was here with the catchpole earlier, and it was not a friendly visit. What got into you, Hal?
That Deutsch was talking treason in the tavern about Sigismund and the king. He got what he deserved.
Got what he deserved, did he? You can go and clean up the mess you made and apologize to him. I have a trade to run. The German pays well, and having my son in the pillory helps nothing and nobody, least of all the king. You understand?
Yes.
Look me in the eye, Henry. Do you understand?
I understand.
Good. Then we'll never have this conversation again.
So you think it's right to let traitors speak ill of our king?
The boy gets caught making a fool of himself, and he still hasn't learned his lesson. So Deutsch spouts rubbish, and what? You turn into a common thug. You might win a fight with violence, but you'll never win an argument. Remember, Henry, if you want to convince someone that they're wrong, try using your mouth and not your fists.
Furnace is ready.
Right, we'll do the grip.
Давай. Будем собирать.
I'll heat it up, and when I take it out, you slip the grip on so it fits exactly. You know what you're doing. Do it. Good. Once more.
Давай.
That's it. Done. Now file it down so it sits well in the hand. I'll prepare the guard.
Father, why did you leave Prague? Who ever heard of a master swordsmith making horseshoes in a village?
I had my reasons, Hal. And here I have your mother and you. Why would I want any other life?
You remember Emperor Charles?
Ну так-то он
I
прав.
do. Life was good under his reign.
Better than now.
He built half of Prague, and a score of castles, had a bridge made over the Moldau, and founded a university, and all without a war. He knew how to rule.
Better than Wenceslas.
Better by far. But Wenceslas doesn't have it easy. It's hard to step into the shoes of someone whose like is born only once 1,000 years.
What about Sigismund?
Do you think Charles would have brought an army down on his own people like Sigismund? No. Wenceslas may not be the equal of his father, but Sigismund, he brings shame to the royal name. How's it going? Give it here, and we'll put it all together.
It's magnificent.
Indeed it is. The Lord be with you. My
No
father
spoiler.
sent me for those nails.
Good day to you, Teresa. They're ready. Will you fetch them for me, Hal? They're in the trunk in the living room.
Сходим. Так, в сундуке в горнице, он сказал. Так. Вот таким образом. Окей. В смысле нет времени? А, да? Так, где горница здесь? Вот. Доспех. Во. Что ты делаешь? Ну, вроде повышается. Да.
Henry, are you all right?
А что со мной не так?
Thanks.
That will do. Go and get those damn nails.
She's fine. Why do you ask?
Just wondering, will you be going to the dance this evening?
We will.
Maybe we'll see each other there. Anyway, mustn't keep you. I'll be on my way.
Sorry,
That sword is truly beautiful.
Спасибо.
Fine lass, eh? Now stop staring at her and come and see this. It's time for the trial by fire. We did a fine job.
I would expect nothing less from such a renowned swordsmith.
Well, those days are gone, sir.
You haven't lost your skills, though. Would you like to try it?
Sir, what good is a sword to a commoner?
Let him try it. You still have a lot to learn. Ask your father to show you how.
Ну, я же не мечник.
Learning his trade will serve him better in life. sir.
Perhaps. But who knows what the future holds for each of us. I see that you almost have it finished.
It just needs a polish, then Henry will bring it to you.
Excellent. Fine work, very fine. A sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer. What say you, Svan?
True, Sir Radzik. If I'd have had its like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently. How odd to find such an accomplished swordsmith working in a place like this.
Тебе какая разница?
A man of his talent would have no problem making a fortune in Prague or Vienna.
You're right. It's a very long and peculiar story.
I'd be glad to listen to it over a cup of wine, but duty calls, and I must leave. Here you are.
Тебя это вообще не должно ебать.
Learn from your father. He truly is a master of his craft.
I'm sure our paths will cross again.
He certainly will.
Once it's ready, send your son up to me with it. Good work, Martin.
Sure.
Да. Очень хорошая.
It's been an honor, says Svan. Have a safe journey to Sassa.
The honor is mine, Sir Radzik. Thank you for the hospitality.
A long, peculiar history. That was a long time ago. I might tell you about it sometime, but not today.
Will you teach me how to use it, like Sir Radzik said?
Это ничем хорошим не кончится.
It could come in useful. Maybe I'll travel a bit before something.
Обычно, когда...
I'd like to know more than the tavern on the green and the forge.
You know the trouble with an adventurous life, son? It can end before it gets started. I might teach you how to handle a sword, and then someone will shoot you with a crossbow as soon as you set foot outside the house.
You talk as if you've seen it happen.
A man my age has seen a lot. Being a blacksmith might bring no glory, but it has its benefits, like keeping your head on your shoulders. I want to end my days in Skalitz, here, beneath the linden tree, and by your mother's side.
Well, so do I, one day. But first I'd like to see the world, meet new people.
Meet them, or beat them?
Meet. You have to keep going on about it.
Then you've no need to learn swordplay.
Пизда наступает.
He was in a hurry. What's happened?
Ну, я хотел сказать. Когда отец главного героя или кого-нибудь еще говорит, что когда-нибудь я тебе расскажу эту историю, то обычно он подыхает через 5 минут после этого. Пизда.
Listen to me, Al. Listen carefully. Take the sword, go into the house, and grab anything else important from the trunk. Go to the castle. Hurry.
What about you?
Your mother is in the village. I'll fetch her and we'll follow right behind.
I'll go with you.
No. You do what I say right now. Give the sword to Sir Radzik. If anything happens, we'll take care of him. He owes me.
Че это за ворота, которые, блядь, от одного удара лошади открылись? Точнее, сломались.
Quickly! We have to close the gates! Move! Come on, we're closing! Move in, people! Come on! We're running out of time! Oh, Henry! Thank God! Get inside, quick! We have to shut the gates! Get running, people! Come on!
Mind this for me.
Are you mad? You can't go back! Ah! Get through the gates!
Да.
Come on, Hal! You can still make it! Run! Find a horse! Ride to Talmberg! Tell them what's coming! Warn them!
Run by the moats! There's a path down there! Jump down from the wall and flee!
У меня другой вопрос. Пан так вышел, посмотрел, он ожидал, что Индро выживет, или он что-то намеревался на другом? Сын кузнеца. Да, к которому пришла пизда. Где я лошадь-то найду? Прости, женщина, но... здесь верхом. Ну, понятно. Ты, давай быстрей. А, это сохранение. Все равно я не помог. Вот это не очень хорошее ранение. Прям в бедро. Был сыном кузнеца, пока ему в бедро не попала стрела. Быстрей.
Left. Talmberg is to the left, along the stream. Yeah. Yeah. Flee. Yeah. 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 Upset yet. Yeah. Yeah. Warn the others. They've torched Skalitz.
Чуть чувака не задавил.
Yeah. Yeah. Magnoglass.
Ой.
Yeah. Yeah. Bigger.
Warn the others.
Yeah.
They tore at Skalitz.
Yeah.
Yeah. Run for it.
Yeah.
Magolag.
Yeah. Flee to Talmberg.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Интересно, они будут за мной бежать прям сам в Танберг? Че, все обосрались?
Someone give him a drink. And bring hot wine and bandages. Tell me, boy, who are you, and where are you from? What in hell's name happened?
I've come from Skalitz. They burned it to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
Who? Who burned it to the ground?
A huge army. They attacked without warning. And they weren't Czechs or Germans either.
Who then?
I don't know. I've never seen armor like it or heard their language. Maybe Tatars?
Конечно.
Tartars, you say? Well, we'll deal with that later. First, let's have a look at that leg of yours. Grit your teeth.
Только не ори.
I'm gonna pull that arrow out.
Давай.
Easy. All done. You were lucky, lad. The arrow missed the bone. It only needed bandaging, and I've done that often enough before. War is a good teacher. Can you stand? There you go. As good as new.
Thank you.
If you idlers nothing better to do, get back to work. You'll have to speak to Lord Divish. Can you manage?
Давай, поговорим. Ух ты, какой пес.
Sir, this is a survivor from...
I heard, Robard. Tell me, boy, what exactly happened? Did you see the ensigns of the attackers? Were there any more survivors?
So, I don't know what army it was, but it was huge. There were dozens of banners flying on the hill above Skalitz. The ones who did the slaughtering spoke a strange language. They burned Skalitz to the ground. But a lot of people took refuge in the castle. I wasn't quick enough. And as I fled, they shouted from the battlements that I should come and warn you.
The soldiers the boy didn't recognize. They could be those Cumans of Sigismund's. It said they came to Hungary from the east, and now they're the core of his army. Sacking Kuttenberg, Must have given him a taste for stolen silver.
Skalitz is a small castle, sir. If Sigismund attacks, they can't hold.
Indeed, Sir Robard. And our small garrison would be no help, even if we could risk sending them.
You think we're next in line?
Maybe. What's your name, boy?
I'm Henry, son of the Skalitz blacksmith.
I know him. Did he make it inside the castle?
Нет.
I'm sorry. It's in God's hands now. No one else can help us. Anyway, thank you for risking your neck to warn us.
Да не за что, чего уж там.
Robard, take care of Henry. Make sure he gets something to eat and some rest.
Yes, sir.
And get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst. Make all the necessary arrangements.
As you command, sir.
Ну, довольно интересно развивается. Начата задача поговорить с Бореком? Так я же поговорил с ним. Ну ладно, надо будет еще поговорим.
Have you looked into that matter of the boundary dispute?
I have, sir. And it seems Straka is probably in the right. I don't know.
You've done well, lad.
С этим
I'm
боевиком.
sorry for your loss. You must be all done in. Why don't you go to the kitchen and have a good meal? Sorrow is easier to bear on a full stomach.
How did you manage that?
I heard about your father. They say he was a swordsman who moved to the countryside to make horses. I can't understand why he'd waste his talents, but I'm sure he had his reasons. He had a fine reputation. It's a great loss.
Да, видно, были свои причины.
Milady, you're fortunate our good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
Lady, I'm honored.
So this is our brave young man. Welcome, lad. Bozhena here will take care of you. No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear, aren't you, young master? Here you are, then. Eat your fill.
And a little wine to wash it down.
Thank you, my lady.
When you're done, you can go and rest with the grooms in the outer bailey.
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Certainly. Young Henry here is overwhelmed by a
Хорошо.
Yes, yes. Thank you, my lady. May God reward you for your
Eat up now. You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, man.
When you've done, you can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before getting into bed.
Ну, разумеется. Это даже и не обсуждается. В конце концов, можете вовсе умереть. hungry. Разные свойства. Яблоко не насытилось так же, как жареная утка, но зато дольше останется свежим. Ну возьми ты ее. Ну-ка, посмотрим. Да. Это очень интересно. Да не вопрос. Подождем. Так, а свинья это типа я грязный, да? Вон там морда свиньи. Кто-то ремонт у меня делает. Ну, думаю, вот так будет нормально. Как раз энергии будет больше.
Yes?
It is I, Henry. Forgive the intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy, did I?
My lady. No, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
I thought you could do with a little wine. It's just what you need to help you sleep.
My lady. Thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to. But to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace. To let you know you're not alone.
Да, это так.
Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you. But I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world, although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
Ну, такие вот дела.
You might be right, my lady. I'll tell you what happened. It was terrible and unexpected. The day started just like any other. Father sent me into town on some errands. A fellow by the name of Kunnish owed money to Father, who sent me to collect it from him. Only Kunnish had no intention of paying. It got a bit heated, as often happens when there's money involved. But Kunnish still wouldn't cough up the coin. Father was too generous for his own good, letting even a scoundrel like that buy on credit.
Oh.
When I'd done all the errands, I headed back home. I promised Father I'd help him with his work, and I was looking forward to it.
А, то есть одно из двух. Ой, из трех. А, нет. Ну
The
да.
sword was taking shape when Sir Radzig himself came to have a look at it. He praised Father's work and said that with his smithing skills, he could easily make a living in Prague or Vienna.
You don't say.
But Sigismund's
Да,
sword
так и
was
есть.
already on the horizon, ready to attack the town. A horde of soldiers was amassed. Pennants flapped in the wind, the armour glinted in the sunlight, and the horses whinnied impatiently. They were waiting for Sigismund to give the command to attack.
How awful.
And then death descended on Skalitz.
Так.
The gate to the castle was open. The bells and horns sounded the alarm, and the villagers ran to the castle to take cover. They were carrying the few possessions they could grab in haste, and I saw the terror in their eyes.
I can't even imagine how awful it must have been.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle.
Мне нужна была
I needed
лошадь.
a horse to get to the safety of Talmberg and to warn you all.
And with all that was happening, you thought of others like a good Christian.
Then I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman savages who planned to violate her. I wanted to help her. God knows I wanted to. Even though I had the sword we made for Sir Radzig, they had me outnumbered and they were well armed too. I only just managed to grab one of their horses and ride off. I couldn't help her any more than I could have helped my parents.
It wasn't your fault.
Ну, так-то да.
It will haunt me for the rest of my life.
It's terrible. How could something like that happen?
God alone knows why he lets such things happen.
You poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding. Those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith. Whatever
Так-то она
happens.
права.
Fate has not been merciful to me, and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors he went through. I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but A woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Probislavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
That's awful.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king, and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone, and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then, he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
7 years. And was Havel punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Sir Divish seems like a good, strong man.
Certainly. Only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city, and there was something going on. Now,
Да, и теперь вы здесь.
we're here.
My lady, you're still young. Beautiful. Your best years are still ahead of you.
Would that that were true, lad. Would it were true. But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go and let you sleep.
Давно.
I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
Good night, my lady.
Довольно, довольно. Кошмар. Ну что, бывает и такое.
Henry, wake up. You don't want to miss this.
What is it? What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.
На стену по лестнице у ворот. В смысле скрыть? А. Да подожди, я еще не поднялся. Не вижу ни черта. Тихо. Куда идти? Тут есть аналог фонаря. Ух ты. Так. Я не туда хожу. Явно. Так, не сюда. Да блять. Как мне туда подняться? А! Блять. Это я дебил.
Listen up. If it's Sigismund and his army, prepare for the worst. But don't be daunted by their numbers. Heed my command, and all will end well.
What's going on?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Why would Sigismund advance on Talmberg in the night? Especially since he's lost the element of surprise after the raid on scouts.
Maybe it's not him.
Then who is it? The scouts Givish sent to Skalitz to spy on Sigismund said he'd set up camp and he's getting ready to storm the castle. And so Radzig is an experienced soldier. He'd surely hold the castle for quite some time. It doesn't make sense.
What else did the spies see?
Not much of anything. Before they could get close enough, this huge storm started. And you were right. Sigismund has a hell of a lot of soldiers, including all manner of mercenaries. An army like that costs a fortune. Well, anyway, we'll find out when they get here, won't we?
Aye, we will.
Good luck to you.
Halt! Who goes there? Lucifer and all his minions. Who else, Robert?
Sir Radzig, what a relief.
Is his lordship there with you?
Yes, sir, he is right here.
What are you doing up so late, Divish? At your age, you need a good night's sleep.
Well, Radzig, you didn't exactly pick the best time for an outing either. In a big hurry?
It was a bit of a scramble, all right. Believe it or not, this tempest is a godsend for me and my men. As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
I'd say your grandfather was a wise man. Your messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
The lad you sent to warn us.
He's alive? He made it to you?
He's here with me. He only got away by the skin of his teeth, though.
God.
A brave young man. But tell me, friend, how on earth did you manage to get away?
Thank God for this tempest. When it began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left us storming the castle for more clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses. The Lord be praised. We wouldn't have stood a chance against them.
Would you like to spend the night in Talmberg?
No, no. When Sigismund finds the castle empty tomorrow, he might come looking for us. We'd only be exposing you to danger. Without me and my men, he has no call to attack you.
What will you do then?
We'll march to Ratai. It's only a short way, and there we'll have a better chance of defense, and enough room for all of these people. If Sigismund should come, better bend your knee, Divish. There's no point dying in a battle that's futile.
You're right there.
Is that boy still with you?
I'm here, sir.
You have courage, lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened. Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalitz.
Are you mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't leave their corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of them.
Don't even think of going back there, you donkey. Are you tired of living?
Sir!
Quiet! I'm sorry about your father. But getting killed as well won't help him. Divish, make sure that lad doesn't budge from Talmberg until things quieten down.
Not to worry, friend. Anyway, he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Havel of Balding.
I see you've grown a thick skin since your tribulation, sir. But thank you. We'll meet again when circumstances are more favorable. Farewell.
Farewell, friend, and good fortune. Give my regards to Sir Hanush.
I will, and good luck to you and your people too. These are dark times. Move out! Anywhere, people! Move out!
Да, тяжелая ситуация.
Men, tonight we'll have triple patrol. sort out the watches between you as always. And if I catch anyone boozing, playing dice or slacking off, I'll personally break every bone in his body. I want you to keep a close eye on everything nearby. Sigismund will surely have sent spies, and likely men as well, to follow the Scalats people, now he knows they've fled.
Да, мне нужно поговорить.
What is it you need?
I could use an extra pair of eyes, and yours are keen. Will you keep watch on the battlements with my men?
Is that a request or an order?
I'd rather it was a request you answered yes to.
Of course I'll help. I'll have to pay you back somehow after all you've done for me.
Splendid. And don't worry. I'll tell the men to relieve you later. Farewell.
Да, они уже грязные. Были наземные. Ага, не успел укрыться. Держи караул на крепостной стене. Окей. Тут же не видно ни хрена.
Wandering around like a stray sheep. Must be your first watch, eh? I don't think anything much will be happening today. You can just lean against the wall and wait till morning. I'll show you what's what.
I will. Thank you.
Угу. Ну ладно. Давай так. Я думаю, достаточно. Или еще. А.
Huh?
Что? Войска?
self-appointed king wins the love and respect of his loyal subjects.
Indeed, Robard. Sigismund of Luxembourg has a rare talent for winning people over to his cause. You may be in for a surprise. I don't think he will set his heathen dogs on us today.
Посмотрим.
Greetings, Lord of Talmberg.
That's the bastard who led the attack at Scarlet and killed my parents. Don't be an idiot. You wanna look like them?
Не будь долбоёбом.
I am Sir Markvart von Aulitz. I come in the name of Sigismund of Luxembourg, King of Hungary and Croatia, who has resolved to strike against those who disrupt concord in the land and to restore order in the name of his brother, King Wenceslaus IV.
Restore order by burning and pillaging the king's estates.
Greetings, Sir Markvart. The efforts of the king's brother to bring order to this chaotic land are undoubtedly noble. It seems to me, though, that he and his army have somewhat strayed. As Burgrave of Prague Castle, I am entirely beholden to the king. And here in Talmberg, divine peace reigned until your arrival. To what then do we owe the honor of your visit?
Yesterday, His Majesty took action against the enemy of the kingdom, Sir Ratzik Kobila, who has been using the silver from the Skalitz mine to fund insurrection against the crown. Unfortunately, the insurgent escaped. Would you happen to know, noble sir, where he might be at this time?
As far as I know, the Sir Radzik of which you speak is the king's hetman at Skalitz. I find it hard to imagine that he would rebel against our king.
Мне тоже.
Nevertheless, I can assure you that Sir Radzik is not at Talmberg. He would be a fool indeed to flee from one castle, where he has little chance of defense, to another, where he has even less. Or do you take the view that my humble manner is any obstacle to your army?
Am I to inform the king then that Sir Ratzik Kobila is not at Talmberg and that he has your loyalty?
Sir Radzik Kobila is not here, and I have no intentions of getting embroiled in affairs from which I have nothing to gain.
Very well, sir. As you wish. I will relay your words to the king in the hope he will be as well disposed as you seem to be.
Those who have clean consciences and goodwill may find themselves well disposed even at moments like this, when there is little cause for joy. Farewell, sir.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Немцы. Ну не, я не думаю, что он был бы глупцом действительно нападать.
My lord, you have my utmost admiration.
Get on with you, Robard.
Это было бы слишком тупо. Да. Изучим, что здесь есть. Да что ты орешь? А. Подожди, ты узнал, где купец?
God have mercy.
Good health to you. Can we trade?
If you've got the coin.
Ага. А продать что ему могу? Девяносто шесть. А, да, на 96 стоит. Убрать. Угу. Но это не с ним, да? Да. Тихо. Да, все. Иди в жопу. Только карта. А, и ристалище. Значит, первый был купец, второй это ристалище.
My respects to you.
Where did these humans come from, anyway?
I don't know much about them, only what the Chamberlain said. That they came to Hungary from the east and settled there. They're godless barbarians and merciless fighters. The nobles used to say the Hungarian king shouldn't enlist them, because they dishonor our rules of warfare. But when there's power and money to be had, it seems that honor isn't worth my spit. And believe me, it's always about power and money.
Why did Sigismund burn down Skalitz and then come here too?
That's war for you, lad. Certain lords have resolved to take things into their own hands and eliminate anyone who doesn't share their view. Unfortunately, Sir Radzig is one of those. And what's more, he was sitting on a pile of silver that could help King Wenceslas's allies.
What happened in Kuttenberg?
Gutenberg, well, I'm just a simple soldier, but the good Lord gave me ears, and I've heard some things from Sir Divish and from those who fled from Sigismund's pillaging.
Were there many?
Indeed, but it was the Kuttenberg mercenaries who came to see me, because I knew them from before.
I see.
Listen, lad, these are all games of the high aristocracy. In Prague, a cabal of nobles rebelled against King Wenceslas, wealthy aristocrats who took against our king for reasons of their own. There's no doubt Sigismund had his fingers in the whole affair. Him and Wenceslas's cousin, Jobst. And that cabal helped him abduct the king.
So then why did Sigismund attack Kuttenberg?
Why do you think?
Because the lords there could have risen against him with their armies and stopped his conquest of the Bohemian territories?
That's part of it. King Charles, may God grant him eternal glory.
Может, отец Инджриха тоже как-то к этому был причастен?
Took a liking to Kuttenberg. After Prague, it's the most important city in Bohemia, in the entire Holy Roman Empire. He who commands the Kuttenberg silver is king.
So Kuttenberg sided with Wenceslas because he favored it?
Now you're starting to understand. When Sigismund imprisoned Wenceslas and took control of Prague, the people of Kuttenberg began to raise an army against him. So with the attack on Kuttenberg, Sigismund killed two birds with one stone. He defeated Wenceslas's most powerful allies before they could stand against him, and also gained immense wealth.
So Robard, I need to get to Skalitz.
What would you do there, lad? Sigismund might have left, but the place will be swamped with robber barons, brigands, deserters, and other vermin. And anyway, your lord commanded you to stay here.
My parents died there, and I won't leave them to be ravaged by dogs. I have to bury them.
Good God, boy. Do you want to throw your life away for those who can never get theirs back? Do you think that's what they'd want? Forget it.
Ладно.
Look, come out of the woods any time now. It's slaughter.
Идем другой способ.
Good day to you. What do you need?
I need to get out of here.
And I need a feather bed with a comely wench in it. It looks like we're both disappointed. Sir Divish gave orders not to open the gate, and you especially are not to be let out.
Ну, угрожать ему точно нет. Но врать... Ну, давай попробуем вот так.
Not any longer. I've vital information for Sir Radzig from Sir Divish's spies. The fate of the Skalitz people depends on it. Sir Robard ordered me to leave immediately, so let me out quickly.
A likely story. Better clear off before I lose my time.
Понятно. Ну, это тоже не пойдет, да?
Don't you know who I am?
Сука. А, ну естественно.
Never mind.
God be with you.
Окей. Да нет, там разобьюсь. Да. Он даже на эти не залезает. Как так? А, ну нет, это просто территория замка. А давай рискнем. У меня есть этот спасительный шнапс. Что? И что, это типа сохранилось? Так легко.
Got you.
А,
Jesus, you gave me the runaround.
надо было бежать.
Let me go, for Christ's sake. I have to bury my parents.
You're going nowhere. Except back inside.
If I don't bury them now, they'll be ripped to pieces by jackdaws and scattered over unhallowed ground. And I'm stuck here, a stone's throw away.
All right, shove me. I'll pretend you caught me off guard and I fell over. I'll deal with the others. You just get out of here on the double. Kurva! Fuck! My ankle!
Ну, это типа я его толкнул, окей. Ой. Ой. Ой-ой-ой, беги. Все, он отстал. Прикольно. А нахрена мне лошадь? А, мне надо... Точно, надо же было лошадь взять. Ну ладно. Да без лошади лучше. Да. Не. Трупы я не буду оббирать.
Who's there? What's that? What have we got here? Enter death.
Стой. Ну. Да подожди. Ай, ёбаный ты свет. Да иди ты нахуй. Блять, наконец-то.
I'll let you go, but the weapon stays here, if you insist.
Ага, это вооруженный, это безоружный. Пригодится. По идее, они будут где-то в замке. Потому что я оттуда ускакал.
Hey!
Ты дурак так орать?
Why would anyone do this? What did these poor souls ever do to them?
What's going on there?
Давай вот так. А, ты чё, охуел?
Are you gonna cry now? Dear God.
Мгм. Так. Пусть будет такой. А, это наоборот лучше. Угу. Ладно. Там все равно пока делать нечего. То мы пойдем сюда. Здесь другой вход будет? Видимо, нет. Серьезно? Там же была, когда я убегал с какой-то стороны. А, вот она, тропиночка. Да ты издеваешься? Ну, типа да. Ключи, оружие. Окей. И здесь тоже. О, наконец-то.
sword in his hand.
Друг. А чё ты о нем ничего не скажешь?
You stood by his side and he did this to you. In the end, you were a hero. You didn't run away. Didn't abandon him like me. It wasn't supposed to be you, Bianca. Well, fine. Just wait a moment. I'll take care of my parents, and then I'll come back to you. I won't leave you like this.
Не переживай. Это война.
Why did you do it to me, Father? Why? Why did you leave me?
В смысле?
Forgive me. Forgive me for everything.
Отец тут при чем?
Next time I won't run. I'll never run away again.
В следующий раза не будет.
I'll find the one who did this to you. I remember his face. I'll find him. But first, I have to find the shovel and I'll take care of you. I remember you told me you wanted to lie beside Mother. Here. Under the linden tree. At least I can do that much for you.
Не, тут хер. Так, топор нет.
This is a good place. You're gonna love it.
Место-то хорошее, а лопата? А почему украсть, если я пришел в свой дом? А, это на такой большой территории мне надо найти лопату. И где мне искать лопату? А, ну да.
Get away, you beast! What's going on? It's Mishak. What in God's name are you doing?
What do you think I'm doing? Digging turnips? The beast just went for me.
Isn't that the butcher's? No. Isn't that body the butcher's?
Yeah, that's him. What's that got to do with anything?
Он защищает хозяина.
The poor creature is standing guard over his master. You weren't trying to get to him, were you?
What do you care what I'm doing here? What are you doing?
Came to bury my parents.
So bury them and leave me be.
Would you lend me that spade? I have to dig a grave. I cannot find another.
What's it worth to you? I see you have a fine sword. I'll gladly trade you my spade for that. How did you come by it anyway?
Ну, вообще-то у меня отец кузнец.
Fine. I'll take the spade and you can have the sword. You can have it right up your ass.
You think you can talk that way just because you've got a sword?
Bullshit. I don't know much about sword fighting.
Suits me. I'll knock your teeth in then.
Ты охуел? В смысле? Да какого хуя ты не отходишь назад, пидорас ты ебаный, блядь? Серьезно? Может, ты уже ударишь его? Он меня бесит.
Shit. That's right. Turn tail and run, you bastard.
Ебануться. Какого хуя этот пидорас мне все нахуй выбил, блядь?
Easy there, boy. You know me. Your good master won't be needing this.
Этот, блин, долбанный мой язык, который я прикусил, так до сих пор и не хочет залечиться нормально. Я пока не понимаю, как тут драться. Я вроде этому пидорасу наносил удары, на какого-то хуя он их не получал.
So, let's get to it. Damn it all.
Сзади кто-то идет.
How am I gonna do this?
Do you need some help?
Сука.
Is that him?
Yes. Can't you see the sword?
Who are you? What do you want? Zbyszek?
Who do you think we are? Franciscan brothers? We're here to rob you of everything you've got. Especially that fine blade that's of no use to a peasant like you anyway.
Banish the thought. It is my father's sword.
You mean him? I don't think he's gonna be needing it.
Чё, охуел?
Listen here, boy. You hand over that sword, I might just let you go. If not, you're in for a family reunion you really don't want.
Leave me alone.
Kill him, Runt! Aye. Cut the bastard down. As you like. Could have just cost you a few teeth. Ah!
Ты издеваешься? Тихо. Тихо, 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 назад, 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 назад. Вот это было нихуя себе.
I told you how it would end. You should have listened to me. This is nice work. The chief is going to like it. It's new, isn't it? Now, for the maiden bloodletting. Surely your father never would have imagined it would be your blood. I believe there's a word for such moments. The old man would certainly know. But I'm just a common killer. Did you help make it? No doubt you did. Such miserable luck. To die by the sword you helped forge.
Hey, go fuckers! The games are over.
Как вовремя. Я был в другой одежде. Все-таки похоронили их, молодцы. По-любому Тереза заставила. Она просто деревушку какую-то вызвала. Куда она его все везет, я не пойму. К отцу, что ли? Хм. О, это что? Блять, кошмары.
Do you need some help?
Это явный пиздец происходит.
Henry, there's work to be done.
Причем полноценный. Ой. Ну, что там сейчас будет?
Wake up, Henry. It's past sunrise. Henry, can you hear me? Get up, Henry. Wake up. It's a new day. Henry, can you hear me? Hallelujah. I thought you'd never wake. Are you having a nightmare?
Teresa?
Must have a fever. Uncle won't be pleased, but you'll have to stay in bed.
Че это там не успел дочитать, что там придется?
Where am I? In Skalitz?
We're at my uncle's mill in Rattay. I didn't know where else to go.
What happened?
You don't remember anything? I suppose that's not surprising. I found you in Skalitz after those bandits attacked you. I thought they'd done for you, but you were still breathing. Why in heaven's name did you go back there? It was madness. You slaughtered everyone who didn't run.
My parents. I wanted to bury them. I had to...
Don't worry. I took care of it.
Thank you.
Any good Christian would have done the same. Now sleep. You need your strength back.
Да не любой.
You're awake.
Good morning.
It's near midnight. You've slept all day.
Oh. Oh, I feel like a horse fell on me.
The beating you took was worse. But at least the fever's broken.
How did you manage to save me?
You were lucky. I was in Skalitz and I saw Zbyszek and his thugs. I tried to distract them, but it would have been no use if those soldiers from Tamburg hadn't arrived. They were searching for you and scattered the bandits.
What in the world were you doing in Skalitz?
Waiting to die.
What?
They killed my brothers, my family, my friends.
They're all dead.
All of them. Everyone I ever loved. They killed one of my brothers in the mines. After that, what did I have to live for?
Don't say that. There's always hope.
No, there isn't. But it doesn't matter. I'm a different person now.
Searching for me?
Yes. Lord Divish sent them, led by Captain Robard. So tell me, why is a lord of such high standing interested in a blacksmith?
So Divish promised Sir Radzik he'd look after me. But as for why they should care, I've no idea. Ugh, I'm exhausted.
I'm not surprised. I'll bring you water and something to eat. In the meantime, rest. You're still very weak.
И еще немного позже.
Good morning to you. How's the invalid today?
Ugh, haven't felt as good as this since they lashed me to the wheel and quartered me on the town square.
Got your sense of humor back. You must be better. My uncle will be glad to hear it. I had a job persuading him to let me bring you here. If you'd lain around much longer, he really would have dumped you on the town square. You can stay until you find somewhere else to live, but my uncle will want payment for taking you in and caring for you.
I've been lying here long enough.
Uncle will be pleased he's one mouth less to feed. But are you truly well enough?
Well enough to do.
Да нет, конечно, ты видишь, какой он поцарапанный до сих пор.
Where can I find Sir Radzik?
He's in the lower castle in Perkstein. He's a guest of Sir Hanush of Leipa. But someone like you can't just walk up bold as you please and demand an audience.
I know Sir Radzik, and I didn't bring him his sword as I was supposed to. I must see him.
If you insist. But you need to speak to my uncle first. You've been in your sickbed for over a fortnight while he paid the apothecary to tend to you, and for medicine. That's a good deal of coin you owe him.
I've been lying here 2 weeks. Oh God.
Better a fortnight in bed than an eternity in the grave.
Ну это
If it weren't for my
точно.
uncle, you wouldn't be here at all.
I owe you both my life, and I'll repay my debt. You have my word.
All right. But before you go to town, you should eat something. You're still weak. There's food on the table for you.
Давай поедим. Warhorse. Ну да, я же кузнец, сын кузнеца, поэтому слегка туповат. Я надеюсь, это на самом деле такая большая карта, а не просто так тут все. Окей. Да, это побочка. Прошлое, которое я делал. Есть еще занятия. Угу. Характеристики. Сумка. Так. Не, это грязно уже. Почему я грязный? Ну, так хотя бы. Да, вот так. Дополнения активированы. Супер.
My name's Henry. Thank you for taking care of me here.
My name's Peshek, and I'm the miller here. You've already met my niece, Teresa. She took care of you for 2 whole weeks while you were in limbo. And took
Но я не виноват.
death's door. While you were lying here, you worked up quite a bill with the bloodletter, who came now and again to keep you alive with his potions. That quack doesn't come cheap. I paid him what I could, but I still, that is, you still owe him.
I see. Well, it's better to be in debt than to lie dead in a ditch. What do I owe? I'm not afraid of hard work.
You won't pay for that shoveling manure. I might have a better job for you. And it's not something any fool can do. If you prove to me you're a clever lad, I might trust you with something you could really make money from. What do you say?
Well, what would you need from me?
A trifle. Just to take something from someone and bring it to someone
Ну,
else.
возьми то не знаю что принеси.
Caught while you're doing it.
That sounds straightforward enough. Except for not get caught. Why would anyone want to catch me?
Oh, don't worry. It's just a job like any other. Only this one requires, let's say, the right moral disposition. Do corpses bother you?
No honourable man should touch them. That's the executioner's job.
Did you expect I'd give you a hoe and send you out to the fields? You can dig all right, but somewhere else. I want to know whether you're going to hide behind some stupid fucking scruples, or if you might be
Готов?
useful for more unconventional work.
I was prepared for just about anything, but that's a bit much. But go on. Tell me more.
Listen, it's about this ring my mate Wojciech Kohelnitz Miller and his eye on. Trouble is, they buried the ring by the gibbet along with the villain they hung while he was wearing it.
Jesus Christ. You want me to dig up a corpse, take a ring from it, and give it to your friend in Kohelnitz? There's nothing sacred to you.
Money first, morals later. That fellow is dead. He won't miss it. Whatever bleeding heart came up with the idea that it's disrespectful to disturb a corpse never read the Bible. It's still a human body, only it's missing a soul. Why be disgusted by something created by God?
I think I've already heard more than
Сделаем.
You've got the tongue of the devil himself. If you tried hard enough, I bet you could justify sodomy with a goat.
Watch your mouth, boy. There's a shovel here around the mill somewhere. If there's any problem, come and see me. And here's something on the side to make me dig better.
Thanks. I'll need it. I can't believe I've come to this. Digging up corpses.
Oh, and watch out for the executioner and his hounds. They're pretty savage. And I don't just mean the dogs. You can just throw them some meat. The dogs, that is. But the executioner? Well, don't vex him.
Постараюсь. Даже интересно. А, меня от спирта качает.
Have you eaten yet?
Yes, it was very good. Did you bake it yourself?
I did. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Угу. А, вот он где.
So what are we to do with you, Henry?
What actually happened to you in Skalitz? I mean, during the attack and... well, you know.
That's a long story. Not a very cheerful one. Are you sure you want to hear it now?
I do.
All right then. It was a day like any other. Another ordinary day in my ordinary life. I awoke at first light, before the others. I like those kind of mornings best. When the first rays of sunshine quickly drive away the nighttime cold.
Hello, you. Come here.
And the breeze carries the scent of dew-covered grass and the bloom of spring.
Aren't you a nice boy?
I wanted to get my chores done before the rest of the household was up. And this morning seemed made for that very purpose. Right, better get to work. I have to feed the hens, weed the garden, feed Tinker. I'd better get it all done before Papa is up.
А, это я за Тереску? Точно. Ну, конечно. Так, а что по заданию? Домашний хлопот. О.
I must bring Tinker a piece of meat. That'll be a nice treat. Good boy. That's my boy.
Mm-hmm.
Look what I've got for you. You'll love this.
Вот таким образом. Ну ладно. Поработаем в огороде, почему нет?
That should do it. The garden is looking how it should again.
Да, супер. Ну, ладно, я думаю, можно... на этом закончить. Окей. Ау. Снова язык. Ладно. Все, спасибо всем за просмотр. Подписывайтесь, ставьте лайки, пишите комментарии. Всем пока.